Hi everyone. The Adventures with Jesus topic for this week is how will I choose to live today? I've had a lot of conversations this week, and in my own life, there are circumstances that just don't seem to be going anywhere, and people are beginning to be hopeless. The dreams that God's given us don't seem to be progressing. Marriages are in trouble, finances are tight, and we don't know where the money will come from. There's been lots of conversations where the promises of God just don't seem to be happening the way we think they should. And as I was talking with Jesus this week, I realized that it's a matter of making the decision of how will I choose to live today. We have two perspectives. We can look at our own perspective, or we can look at heaven's perspective. And I found this cool picture on the internet, and it's an aerial view of the forest. That's saying, help me to see the forest for the trees. And as you can see, there's a little car right here. And often we will get stuck in looking either through the rearview mirror at our past, and that's all we can see, or we look through the windscreen and we look forward and we can't see past the next bend. But God is inviting us in Revelations 4:1 and Jeremiah 33 to come up and look at things from His perspective. And so this picture represents it so beautifully. He can see all the twists and turns in the road. He can see the beauty of the whole landscape of our lives and what it'll look like. And we're invited to come up and have a look at it with Him. We're going through the story of Joseph at the moment, both in our personal Bible study as well as a series that we're doing in our church. And there were so many opportunities for Joseph to look at what was in front of him. The getting sold by his brothers, Potiphar being incorrectly accused by Potiphar's wife and being put in jail, then being forgotten by the cupbearer and he had to stay in jail for another 2 years. Then his brothers coming back and him seeing what God had shown him originally in the vision. There were so many opportunities to get stuck on the perspective in front of him. But as I've studied it and talked it through with God, I realized that he actually must have believed in God's faithfulness. He must have believed in the call of God on his life, and he must have believed that it would one day come to pass. And that's what helped him to get over the offense, or trying to get back at people, or the revenge that he must sometimes have wanted to wreak on his brothers because of what had happened. And this is what it gets to look like in our lives too, that I'm getting up every morning and going, how will I choose to live today? Which perspective will I choose to look at? And that's what I want to encourage you with as well, is there are the promises in the Word of God. There's His faithfulness in your own life, remembering the stories of how He has brought you through multiple situations. And there's the trust that we get to build up in our hearts that He's good and His plans for us are good. And therefore, even though we can't see past the next bend at the moment, He sees the whole big picture. And He's at work and things are good. Psalm 23 says His goodness and His mercy follow us all the days of our lives. So His goodness is actually chasing us down. Even though what we may see every day doesn't look like it, He sees the big picture and it's good. So I bless you this week to see things from a heaven's perspective, to wake up in the morning and go, how will I choose to live today? I choose to live from the promises God has given me over my life. I choose to see what is happening instead of what isn't happening. I choose to be honest with God and walk through this with Him, telling Him how I feel, what's going on, and letting Him love on me as we walk this journey together. Love to hear your stories. Please tell me what this looks like for you. Share an example that you've been going through this week, because it so encourages all of us to hear that this is common life. This is the life of a believer. We get to walk this way, and it's so encouraging to know that other people are going through the same thing and how you're holding on to God, that we can walk in it too. Bless you guys. Love you so much. Thank you. See you next week.